Hey, this is Chris Bailey here with Battle Beaver Customs again, and today we're going to talk about the 2.5mm Micport conversion for the Xbox One. A lot of guys are having some fancy schmancy headphones, like my Turtle Beaches here, that are required to have a 2.5mm wire that ran into their old 360 remote, which worked out just great when you have this nifty port here. The new Xbox One controller, that's not possible. So what I did, I went out, found some nice 2.5mm jacks and soldered them in right into the port in place of the wire. So now you can plug straight into your port. Looks clean, works great. So here's actually my wife's controller, or just plug straight in there. Everything works. All your volume controls are here just like the stock Xbox One, which is pretty nice. Which brings me to one thing that I wanted to mention. A lot of these mics will have your controls here because how the Xbox 360 was configured. What I'm worried is that guys will get this, plug this in here, unmute their button here, but then forget their mic's muted here. So what I decided to do as well is I offer a replacement cable to get rid of that and just go from a solid mel to a solid mel connection. That way you only have one set of volume controls, one set of mute controls. Real simple. Man, these things are super cheap. I sell them really cheap as well. Also, another option that I give people is, so you have this at your stock yellow mic button. Doesn't match too well. This is mine, so it's not going to match too well either. I'll give this a second to sync up, and that's a blue. So I can change that LED in there, a little extra charge, gives a little bit more flavor to your controller. Not a bad deal. Also, a lot of people love playing with their headsets, which are great. Unfortunately, me and my wife play on the same TV, and if I have these on, I can't hear her. We can't chat with each other through there. It doesn't make much sense. So I came up with a way to save the stock headset. There may not be a ton of people that want this, but it's an option. Here's your stock headset. Clip the wire, of course, when you're building this nice port. And just put a nice 2.5mm mel end on it. That way it plugs right in there. Guys, I'm only charging $5 to do this section. This port, heck, you can go to Radio Shack now and look at it. That's the port right there. Cost on this thing, I want to say, is almost $4. I'm not making any money on it. So that plugs in there, and boom, there you have it. So I'm selling those right now. These ports are ready to go. The pricing on them, I can sell them custom built, or you can meld yours in and have it modified. And how I modify it, this is the actual port that I'm using right now. You can see that too well. That's a very small 2.5mm jack. If you go to Radio Shack, this is a 2.5mm jack they'll sell you out of their bin. That thing will never fit in a million years in that puck. And if you look at some other places on eBay, here's going to be the size jack you're probably going to wind up with. Give you a comparison. Size wise, it is going to be a little bit bigger. If you actually put them right next to each other, they're a hair longer. So that one's going to take a little bit more trimming, where mine, it's going to be the smallest one they make. They come pre-wired. What I'm going to do is make this nice and pretty at some point. But this is actually just where they go. This would be your mic port. That's the little connector, 1, 2, 3, 4. The wires that are pre-wired on there, blue, red, black, green. Really simple. This is just my little jotting down of how to do the mel end. And that's it. So they're real easy to do. So I offer it 3 different ways. I'll sell you one pre-built. You can send yours in, have it modded. Or you can buy one. You can buy the kit, build your own. And if you decide to buy one from me because you need it today, send it out. When you get it, send yours back in and I'll give you a credit. I'll buy your old one back so I can mod it, send it out to the next guy. But for now, this is Chris of Battle Beaver Customs. I'll be leaving you, and next we'll be talking about how to actually install this into here for the guys that want to do that. We'll talk to you soon.